Right, haven't done a video like this before, but I'm going to attempt to explain how we got our infinity pump and all of Harvey's feed into a Little Life backpack, which as you can see is really small, much smaller than the backpack that they provide when you get sent your pump and stuff by Nutricia. This is mostly a video for mums in the UK, which is where we are, because I've seen a lot of people recently saying, how do we get bags from our dietitian, which is possible. I'm going to talk about that as well. But how do we fit that onto a flying squirrel holder, or how do we not have it in that giant backpack? So this is me trying to explain how we all fitted it into this tiny backpack. Harvey was about 6 months old when he started needing to use a pump. Previously we were gravity feeding and bolus feeding him, but it just wasn't an option. He kept being sick and he needed to have a pump, so it was delivered much slower. So he was 6 months old and he wanted to crawl around, and he's got an older brother and he just couldn't sit in his high chair for that long. So I just thought, what the hell am I going to do? So me and the nutrition nurse worked together to create this system, and it worked really well. We've used it for months. Only recently have we stopped using it because he's doing much better with his feeding. But I thought I'd show you, because a lot of UK mums, I've seen postings saying that they can't get hold of the feed bags. We're only given bottles and giving sets, which don't work if your child's moving around, and I'll explain more about that in a minute. So anyway, I'm going to try and show you. So when we first got a delivery, we were given bottles and a stand and our pump. Unfortunately, I don't know where I've put these things because we just haven't used it for months, so I can't demonstrate, but I'll try and insert a picture of what we were provided with. So the stand would go, the pump would go into the stand, and then you'd have a bottle and a giving set, and then you'd hook that up. But with a bottle, when you turn it upside down or roll around with it or move with it, A, it's very big and cumbersome, and secondly, bubbles get into the line, and so you just keep getting error because there's air bubbles in the line, and it wouldn't fit in here. So I then asked for the Infinity Flow Care bags, which the Infinity Flow Care bags in the UK, which you can get from your dietitian. A lot of them don't know about it because we mostly use bottles, but they actually come with the lid, the cap on the top, so you can't prime the air out like the US ones, and like a drip system in the bottom. I'll try and insert a picture. And that meant that you can't actually prime all of the air out of them, so you're still going to get funny errors with air and stuff getting stuck in the line. It also doesn't fit very well in this because the bag, even if you folded the top over, because of that giant stopper at the top, doesn't fit without kinking the line in here. So we found a solution, which was these reusable feed bags by, I think it's Nom Nom Reusables, and these ones are actually made for yogurt, for like someone who eats normally. So they're just a washable, reusable bag. This was another real bonus. I found we were making so much waste with the bottles and the giving sets, because in the UK they like you to use a new giving set for almost every feed when you've got a young baby. And we were just making so much waste. So these are brilliant because they've got a seal down the side. They're quite tough, because I was worried that we were going to have a leak at some point, but we never have had one. So, right, they've got an opening at the side, so you can wash them out really easily. And giving sets that you can get from your dietitian, I'll show you, have exactly the same screw thread as these Nom Nom washable feed bags. There you go, you see? So I'm going to show you how I set this up and put it in our Little Life backpack, so you can see how even if your child does a somersault or lands on it, there's not going to get any air in the line, and they can run about doing what they want to do and not have to worry about their feed. Okay, I'm going to try and demonstrate this by holding it up because I can't face the camera down very easily. So have your bag all washed, and I sterilised my bags in Milton tablets. Just submerge them in a bowl of Milton water, just so you're making sure you're getting them really clean every time you do a feed. And so have your formula prepared. Now Harvey had 270 mils of formula 5 times a day at one point, and these bags can just about have 320 mils in them, so that's the maximum amount you can put in, but it's one of the biggest ones that I could find. So put your formula into your bag like this, and then I also used to just put it straight under our Tommee Tippee prep machine and make it straight into here and then shake it. So once you've got it, sorry, I was interrupted by my 3-year-old. So once you've got it in the bag, seal your bag up. Doesn't matter if there's air in it at this point. Seal your bag up, make sure it's really well sealed. As I said, we've never had a leak, but you don't want to risk it, particularly if your child's like mine and likes to lay down on his bag. Right, now turn it so it's on its side like this. I don't know if you can see, but there's some air in the top here. So unscrew your cap and squeeze it until you can see milk. I don't know if you can see, I want you to see, but start to see milk coming out the top. Then put your giving set back on and screw it up. Right, then it pretty much is the same as what you do with everything else. So just, brilliant, smooth. So get your infinity pump and plug it in as you would. Turn it on. Wait for it to do its thing. Yeah. Right, okay. I'm going to fill the set, so I'm holding fill set down. I know you can prime manually, which I have done before, but just so that you can see, sometimes I give the bag a bit of a wiggle just to make sure there are no air bubbles left in it. You'll see them come out, but there's no air left in it whatsoever. And we'll wait for it to prime. And these bags actually come with like the screw cap like you get on the top of Ella's Kitchen pouches, so if you're out and about and you've already prepped your feed, you can keep it in the bag separate to all your tubing and just prime it while you're out, which is what we did quite a lot. So we're nearly primed. So now that's all ready to attach to your little one. Now I'm going to show you how I fit it all into the bag. It's not too confusing. There's no like straps or anything in the bag. I did try that, but I found it wasn't necessary. So all you do is you put the feed bag right against your little one's back. So this is the back of the backpack, this is the front. Then I took my, unplug that, take your pump and slide it inside on top of your feed bag, so that when you stand it up, I'll try and show you, it looks like this. So you've got your feed bag, and then your pump, and then all your tubing. Now, this bag actually has a little hole, so you could poke it out the top. It's quite fiddly, and I can't be bothered with that. So what I used to do is just follow the natural kinks of the tubing, of the giving set, and tuck it in. Looks fiddly, but once you've done it a few times, you're a pro. Zip the bag up, just leaving this bit hanging out the side. Then you can put it on your little one's back and attach it. We used to tape Harvey's NG tube onto his back here when he had his feed, just so if it got pulled, if he was in the backpack by any chance, it wouldn't put on his face stickers. So we used to tape it there, so he'd be attached here like this, and I assume this would work if you've got a peg or a G tube, and hit go and you're done. And it's easy peasy, and you've got really easy access when it's on your child's back to sort it out. The other thing that I'd say that's really good about these backpacks are that they've got this chest strap, which when they're really wiggly and particularly crawling is really helpful, so that it's not moving around on their back and they can't climb out of it. So yeah, and it's fairly light because it's only the formula and the pump, which is pretty light. So when your little ones finish their feed, you just take it all out and turn the pump off. You can undo your giving set, and whether you're instructed to keep it in the fridge, your giving set that is, or chuck it out, and then all you need to do is open up your bag, rinse it, give it a clean, and then I submerge mine into the sterilising solution. I don't do this so much now, Harvey's over 1, but when he was younger I used to do that a lot. But I hope this helps, because it took me and our nurse quite a while to work out a system that would work for Harvey. And I'll try and insert some clips of him wearing the backpack because he was dead cute. And I just hope it helps, because I've seen a lot of people struggling to find a system that works and cuts down on waste. It's really nice and light and easy for the child to wear. So if you've got any questions, just post them below and I'll try and answer. Right.